Good morning students of class 10. Today we are going to discuss the second cause of the Second World War. In the previous video we have discussed the Treaty of Versailles, how it became the cause of Second World War. Today we will discuss how fascism and Nazism became the cause of the Second World War. So let's begin with these two words. What is fascism and what is Nazism? Before discussing these words, I would like to say that fascism started in Italy in 1923 and Nazism started in Germany in 1933. Now we are going to define the term fascism and Nazism. Actually, these both terms were related to a particular type of political ideology which developed in Italy and Germany. So it was the political ideology which emphasized on aggressive nationalism. And we have discussed in the First World War that aggressive nationalism, how it became the cause of the First World War. So once again, after 1919, after the First World War, in Germany and in Italy, fascism and Nazism took birth, which was totally based on aggressive nationalism. So we can say that these two led once again the world into the Second World War. Fascism started in Italy in 1923 and the leader was Mussolini. Why Mussolini became the leader, how it became the leader of Italy, we are going to discuss those circumstances, those situations which developed just after the finishing of the First World War in Italy. Italy was also dissatisfied with the aftermath of the First World War. In 1915, Italy joined the Allied groups on the condition that when the war will be ended, Italy will get many territories. That's why Italy put a secret treaty with Britain. But when the war ended and when the treaties were done in Paris, Italy was not given the more territories that Italy was expected, and thus we can say Italy felt cheated by the Allied groups. So the dissatisfaction grew among the Italians in the Italy, because Allied powers did not fulfill their words that they were given to the Italy before, during the First World War. Okay, so we can say that Italians were dissatisfied with the peace settlements of the First World War. The next cause was economic crisis. Though Italy was victorious in the First World War, but we all know either it is a victorious country or a defeated country. Both sides face economic problems after the war. Okay, so in this way, different kinds of problems related to economy was felt in the Italy. Peoples were unemployed. That's why the social classes, they started violence among them. The conflicts aroused in among the social classes in Italy to tackle. And one thing I want to add, when we feel economic problems, the morality of human beings generally go away. This happened also in Italy because there were several groups, suppose the peasants and the other side the landlords. So definitely the peasants will face more acute problem than the landlords, and definitely the peasants will create problem with the landlords, because the landlords have large amount of money. They had many fields, so thus the problems were created due to economic crisis which developed after the First World War in Italy. Yes. Next cause is the political instability. Why political instability grew in Italy? Because in 1919 a democratic government was set up in Italy, but that democratic government could not handle the problems, could not tackle the problems that started after the First World War. So we can say that the government was totally weak, and which led to the political instability in Italy. So these were some problems, these were some circumstances which developed after the First World War in Italy, and people were dissatisfied. When we do better, we give credit to the government, and when country faces problem, then only the citizens, the people blame the same government. Okay, so whatever the things were happening one by one, what were the great difficulties which were in the Italy, the Italians, they just blamed the democratic government of Italy. So these were some circumstances, and how to come out from these kind of problems, it was a big question in Italy. And in this situation, a very strong personality, Mussolini, came forward. Mussolini, he told to the citizens of Italy that whatever the situations, the crisis the Italy is facing, he had the capability, he has the capability to bring out the Italy from those kind of problems. And people were totally annoyed. They were now very much eager to come out from those problems. Everyone wants that the problems should be ended as soon as possible. So these were the circumstances, like economic crisis, the Allied did not fulfill their words, the government was not handling the situations well, so the people were totally dissatisfied. They wanted to retain their prestige, their pride. So that's why Mussolini took advantage of these situations, and he said, he promised to the Italians that if he comes to power, he will establish Italy as a very important, a very powerful country, as a very powerful country in the world. And people was waiting for just such kind of leader who could lead the country. The people were expecting that someone will come forward and who will give solution to the all problems that the Italians were facing. So in this way we can say Mussolini started the new political ideology that was called fascism, in which the all power will be in the hand of just one person. We can say Mussolini ended the democracy and established dictatorship in the Italy. The whole and soul was the Mussolini itself, and in this way Mussolini manipulated the people and defined a new definition of nationalism, that was aggressive nationalism. And people also supported him. And just we have finished the topic aggressive nationalism, which caused the First World War. So in the same way, now due to aggressive foreign policy of Mussolini, in fascism led to the Second World War. Now we are coming to the second topic, Nazism. So there, Nazism, in the beginning I said that Nazism and fascism both were same. The only difference is that Nazism started in Germany in 1933 and fascism started in Italy in 1923. And the leader of fascism was Mussolini and the leader of Nazism was Adolf Hitler. And we have discussed the topic, the Treaty of Versailles. So I think I don't have to spend much time on it, because we all know what were the harsh conditions, treaties under the Treaty of Versailles, what were the different terms and conditions which we have discussed already. And the Germany was totally dissatisfied. It was very humiliating peace settlement. The Treaty of Versailles was, it took away all the things from Germany. Okay, so the factors that give birth to fascism in Italy, the same factors also were in Germany. Like the Italians were also dissatisfied with the peace settlements, and the Germans were also dissatisfied with the Treaty of Versailles. Italy, at one side, it also faced great economic problems. Germany also faced great economic problems because the 6.6 billion pounds, the very important rich mineral regions of Germany were taken away. The colonies, it lost. The military strength of Germany became weak, and all things, these things were similar, common to Italy and Germany. That's why the same kind of political ideology, which was based on aggressive nationalism, developed in Italy and Germany. Okay, so the problems, the circumstances were same, the causes were same in both the country. So definitely the political ideology, the new political system that aroused in both this country were also same, just the name was different, fascism and Nazism. Okay, Germany, Nazism, it was also a kind of dictatorship, as like fascism in Italy. The whole and sole power rests with the one person, in the hand of one person. In Italy, in the hand of Mussolini. In Germany, in the hand of Hitler. They actually crushed the democracy, the democratic system. There was just one party system. Other parties were banned. If anyone is opposing to the ideology, to the policy of fascism or Nazism, they can be imprisoned, they can be given the severe punishment, because there was no chance of to oppose in these kinds of political system, because these were the dictatorship. Okay, and as we have discussed, the people supported this system in Italy. In the same manner, the Germans also supported the Hitler, because all the things, all the scenario were same in Germany. Germans also looking for such a leader who will take back the prestige, the pride of its country, which it had lost in the First World War. And when they got the power gradually under the leadership of, under the political ideology of fascism and Nazism, and under the leadership of Mussolini and Hitler, now they are in the position, they actually made these two countries very powerful gradually, and now they were in the position to take back their lost prestige. Thus we can say that the post World War, the treaties, in the manner they were done with Italy and Germany, these treaties actually gave rise to these two new political systems, the dictatorship in these two countries, and people were also in the favor of these policies, this new political ideology, and with these two leaders. and when the people is with you, so who can stop you? And this further led to the Second World War, because they wanted, actually the Hitler and Mussolini, in the name of aggressive nationalism, actually they also were trying to fulfill their own imperialistic aims. Yes, these two persons uh, were very, we can say, the Mahatokanchi. They could prove themselves that they were just the two brave person of the world, and they took advantage of the situations, and now they once again, due to these two persons, the world, due to these two persons, once again the world was going to deal with the Second World War. And one more thing I would like to discuss here, that these two people were supported by the capitalists, because we have discussed the economic crisis, and the capitalists were very much anxious that how they would get more wealth, and thus they supported the rich persons, the businessmen, the capitalists. They supported Mussolini and Hitler. And when there are big personalities, big powerful people behind you, the power of any person automatically rises. Okay, so we can say that the capitalist actually made Hitler in Germany, and it was the capitalist only who made Mussolini in Italy, just to fulfill their own wishes. They put forward, they actually developed dictatorships in these two countries. They were nothing to do with the problems of Italians or the country, we can say. They were totally they were just thinking to fulfill their own gratitude. They just wanted to fulfill their own lust. So that's why they helped them, and with their help they just came forward, and thus fascism and Nazism became the cause of the Second World War. Okay, so in next video we will discuss the next cause, the third cause of the Second World War. Thank you.